recently announced new rules, none of which do anything to reduce gun violence. Among these proposed changes are a narrowing of the engaged in business.
I have concepts of a plan.
And I wonder how much of that is because it's just, black people who were suffering, black people who were shot. I think that's a big part of it too. I wonder how much of a role that plays. I know that the money behind it is a big thing too, but I think that there's a kind of cultural thing that they're defending, but still, it's just, yeah. And then the people in the streets that get it, they just get arrested for having it. It's just, hey everybody, this is Dean FM, Dean Fraser Milford here for your Creature Confident today. I'm going to do another reaction video. This one's going to be two. In the name of championing our advocacy and the legacy of black women, Representative Summer Lee puts her foot down, tears into G0P colleagues for inaction on gun violence. So we're going to be talking about more gun violence. As you know, I wish that we weren't even a gun country, but at the end of the day, I understand that people are not going to give up their guns in this lifetime. In this country, just you can tell by the way that they act, whether it's all these guns on the streets to begin with. It's just, I don't know, it's going to be very difficult. We're going to make sure that the Democrats stay on top, stay on point. I love our sister.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I also look forward to and excited to have a hearing existing. I do have to wonder, though, what it will take to actually get my Republican colleagues to take action to prevent gun violence. Okay. Because Columbine wasn't enough, and Sandy Hook wasn't enough, and Las Vegas wasn't enough, and Parkland wasn't enough, and the Pulse nightclub wasn't enough. Yes. Even your president being shot at multiple different times wasn't enough. Last year, according to a tracker by Everytown, there were 38,368 incidents of gun violence in the United States, resulting in 13,926 deaths, 21,686 injuries. Gun violence remains the leading cause of death for children in the United States of America. Mr. Chair, your home state of Louisiana had the highest gun violence death rate. Just last month, there was a mass shooting at a mall in Baton Rouge and another shooting in Shreveport where 8 children were killed. Yet, this hearing with the new director of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives isn't about reducing gun violence. It's about privacy protections for gun dealers. Yep. Trump and Republicans have shown again and again that they do not care about this epidemic of gun violence. After a shooting, they at most post online thoughts and prayers. And then
I wonder how much of that is because it's just, black people who were suffering, black people who were shot. I think that's a big part of it too. I wonder how much of a role that plays. I know that the money behind it is a big thing too, but I think that there's a kind of cultural thing that they're defending, but still, it's just, yeah. And then the people in the streets that get it, they just get arrested for having it. It's just, I don't know. I think there's definitely a economic prejudice type of thing going on. But yeah, let me know what you think about that.
Sometimes they even mock these tragedies by wearing little assault gun rifle pins. 18 days after he took office, President Trump signed an executive order on protecting Second Amendment rights, which seems to be the only constitutional right that they care about. Falling in line with this executive order, Director Cicada recently announced new rules, none of which do anything to reduce gun violence. Among these proposed changes are a narrowing of the engaged in business rule, which generally ensures that for-profit gun sellers must obtain a federal firearms license. He has also moved to deregulate bump stocks, like the one used in a 2017 Las Vegas mass shooting that led to 60 deaths. Trump and Republicans aren't just making sure gun dealers and owners remain unregulated and unburdened. He has also attacked efforts to get to the root causes of gun violence. Trump closed the Office of Gun Violence Prevention, which helped hundreds of Americans in countless communities by offering the first ever federal response to mass shootings and gun violence. It responded to crises when they happened and connected local governments and municipalities with resources to help victims and survivors. Last year, the DOJ also abruptly terminated about 500 million in federal grants to more than 200 organizations and local governments working on community safety and justice issues. That's blind for the end of their lives. One of the things these organizations do is work to combat street violence and connect people with mental health services. And they get results. Studies have shown that community violence intervention programs reduce violence in communities and have contributed to lowering homicide rates. It's why I launched the Community Safety Caucus to prioritize this work. Real community safety means making holistic investments in people to root out the systemic challenges that perpetuate this cycle of harm. Yet, due to Trump's policies, many of these organizations doing this crucial work have had to roll back services or have had to close entirely. So under this administration, you can't regulate guns, and you can't have programs that address the violence in other ways. No. And you can't say that the money isn't there. Surely, we can take some of the $1 billion and propose for the Trump ballroom bunker and put it towards some of these violence reduction programs. Republicans want to control what books you read, what history you learn, how you identify, who you can love, our bodies. They want to control everything except the very thing that could prevent deaths of children and students and worshipers and shoppers in the only country on earth where this is a problem. It seems that they think those thoughts and prayers do enough, but that we, one of the most powerful body in this country, can do no more. I thank you, and I yield back.
We know what you think about that, everybody, and I hope you have a nice day. Please love yourself. Make sure that you keep these things in mind, because at the end of the day, you got people who are family members of the gun victims, and people who are at the mass shootings, and whether it's in schools, church, or what have you. There's people who are the family members of those people, and they do have causes. They probably are not only wanting gun regulations, but wanting the gun control altogether. But at the end of the day, we know that that's going to be a rough one. It's going to be rough. But yeah, I think, you can't forget those people. I think the discourse can evolve over time to where it's like, oh, we're going to be less, we're going to be more lenient to them. Now, not to me. I don't know. Not. Hope you have a nice day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.